Hello, hope you'll be fine. This is lesson 7 on Surds. Okay, so over here we are targeting grade 9 for GCSEs. That means you just need to go through the video very well. And yes, I also have a Google Classroom. If you didn't join that, just go to the description and check the link. You can join that to have a detailed and collaborative practice worksheets over there to strengthen your concepts. Okay, let's move ahead. Expanding brackets with surds. So let's say, for example, we have this particular question. So before this video, sixth video on surd was basically rationalizing the denominator or rationalizing surds. I did that, but instead of rationalizing surds with expressions, I have switched myself into this concept because now you're going to be, when you rationalize an expression, you need multiplying bracket. So I feel like this should be clear. Okay, let's try. So I'm going to show you or explain two methods over here, and you have to opt the one you feel confident with. Okay, so the first method is first to understand the bracket, what the bracket means. These parentheses or bracket means multiply, right? It means multiply. Very nice. So what we're going to do, you have root 2 outside. Just treat root 2 as a guest. So this root 2 is trying to, meet someone, and the things in the bracket are like members of a family. So this is like a relative or the friend. So if relatives come, they meet all of the family members, isn't it? So this is the guest. This guest is going to be meeting the first member. So meets the first member. So root 2 meets root 3, and because it's a bracket there, that means we're going to multiply these two, right? Okay, now it's like a bridge, or maybe, from like they are in different rooms. So now the guest has to go to the next room. We connect with the connector, okay, passing through the lobby or maybe whatever the area they have in the middle. We copy that, and now the guest is actually going to meet the next member of the family. Okay, so it would be root 2 is meeting root 3, and because it was a bracket, see, it's a bracket there. So if it's a bracket there, root 2 has to cross that bracket. That means multiply. So every time, whenever it's going to be like anything outside the bracket, that means it's going to be multiplied. So we have used multiplication there, and we copied our plus as it is. Okay, now let's solve it ahead. We know multiplication goes under the root, so it would be root 2 times root 3. Copy down your plus, and under the surd, root 2 times root 5. Now we're going to be getting root 6 plus root 10. And this is our answer, right? So what we did, we just took our term and we are like letting it meet to all the members over there. Okay, now if before I switch to the next method, if I include a question over here, let's say for example, if it's root 5 and we have 4 minus root 5. Okay, let's try that. So what we need to do, our root 5 will meet first member. So it would be root 5 times 4. And I'm pretty sure why this times is there. You are clear with that? Okay. Now the second is root 5 times root 5. We have a connector that is negative there. So we're going to be taking that. And then root 5 times root 5. Okay, now root 5 times 4 will be simply 4 root 5. Take away root 5 times root 5 is 5 only. I hope this is the concept we are calling a GAN. Okay, so the final answer we've got is 4 root 5 take away root 5, and this is the final answer. We can't simplify it more, right? Okay. Now let's move on to the next method. Method 2. Okay, next method of multiplying the thing is, let's say for example we were having root 2. I'm going to be taking the same thing there. It was root 2 root 3 plus root 5, right? If you have done algebra already and you know expanding bracket, it's going to be very easy for you. What we do, we're going to be using the table method. Okay, so we have to multiply. So whatever we need to do, we just put the symbol over here because it's multiply. So we've added a multiplication symbol there. Okay, we have terms root 2, and this side we have root 3 plus root 5, right? Now what we're gonna do, we will multiply this block, means we have to multiply these two elements. I mean, root 2, we can do it like this as well. Just copy down. Root 2 is going to be copied here and root 2 will be copied there, and just copy your plus. Okay, now from top, root 3 will be copied there and root 5 will be copied there. So because is a multiplication operator, so we will multiply and it would be 3, and multiply it would be 5, because we know multiplication can be done under the root. So finally we will get, it could be written as root 6 plus, this can be written as root 10. So our answer goes root 6 plus root 10. And I guess this was the only answer before. See, root 6 plus root 10 there as well. Okay, let's try the middle question again with method 2. So method 2 is table method. We just draw a table, add an operator there. Outside number is root 5 and 4 take away root 5. Okay, now what we need to do over here, root 5 and root 5, it is like what we're doing, we are just copying this one. Okay, going row wise, so we have copied root 5 there and root 5 here as well. Now multiply the number. So because it doesn't have a root, so just don't write it inside the surd. So I need to change it a bit because my surd was a bit bigger. Root 5 times 4 is outside the root, and this is the surd only, so we can write it inside the root, right? It will give you 4 root 5 and that will give you 5 only. The operator is negative, minus. So the final answer we've got is 4 root 5 minus 5. That's it. Okay, now the challenge time. So you have a challenge question here. So just go through the question, get your answer and write it in comment section. Be the first one to add the comment. Okay, bye-bye. Take care.